What's popping, YT? Smack volume. DNA versus Real Sick. Crazy battle from the jump. A crazy battle from the jump, man. Not gonna lie. DNA started. He went first, and he was on that from the very beginning. He was on that. I seen the way he was rapping. I said DNA. He got something to prove, man. His first was crazy. Like everything he was putting that shit together, man. At first was crazy. Real sick first was crazy too. His first was his moment. I'm talking about he landed them bitches. Throw a little flow, and then the flow gonna lead into the punch. He landed them bitches. I'm not gonna lie. That first, I'm thinking like, damn, ain't no way he about to match this first. He low key almost matched this first. I just think DNA had too much shit in that round. You feel me? His round might have been a little longer, and like he had all the setups to real sick punches be like just a bunch of words, but then it land with a big haymaker, so like it sound good, then it land, so it's a good punch. But I think DNA had more shit in between. You feel me? I ain't gonna call it filler because it sound like it ain't. I gave DNA the first, then DNA came up the second. Second was not the first. It's just I'm listening. You feel me? Okay. I'm waiting on that first to come back. That's what people see. That probably be the problem sometimes. I'm waiting on that first to come back. First was just not first. You feel me? The second was a good round though. It wasn't a bad round. It was a decent round. It just wasn't his first. You feel me? And Real Sick second wasn't his first. Because his first was crazy too. Just because DNA won it don't mean his round was crazy. His round was crazy. I'm talking about he landed them bitches. But he just had the little, the flowing into that shit. It just be round. Some of that shit just be sounding good. It won't be, you feel me? But DNA shit was more layered. I can say it like that. You feel me? Real Sick. I think Real Sick got that second. Real Sick got that second. I don't think Real Sick got that second. You feel me? I was gonna say clear round. I ain't gonna say clear, but he got it like 1-1. Not just cause trying to go 1-1. I think it's seen a lot of motherfuckers saying 3-0. Like can't be 3-0. But I think he got that second. You feel me? His first was crazy too, but I just think DNA got that. Coming out to the third, they both had. You feel me? DNA started with his granny sick shit, and he turned up after that. Real Sick third was DNA. Rounds was longer, man. I gotta be watching them battles, man, because they be talking about that shit too. Gotta bring an extra minute, just an extra minute to throw after one of them rounds, man. That gotta be something that y'all are getting y'all like just an extra minute of raps, man. Because DNA, I kind of want I give it to DNA because his round was longer, his third was longer. So he had more shit, and it wasn't like that many crazy dry spots. So crazy. So I think DNA got a 2-1, but it is a debatable battle, bro. Because if a motherfucker really say like Sick got that first or he got that third, I'd be like, because his first was crazy. His first was really crazy. But I think his third was just shorter than DNA, and DNA had more shit in his third. So I say 2-1. First and third for DNA. Sick got the second. First, DNA first was crazy. It might have been round of the battle, to be honest with you. His sick first was his round, his best round. Even though he got that second, I think his first was his best round. Easily. I'm talking about he landed them bitches. He'll flow into that shit, and then I'm talking about he landed them bitches. After everything DNA just had way more substance in that first. He just had way. That's a 2-1. The show a 2-1, man. 2-1 DNA. It's debatable. Motherfucker say Real Sick 2-1. I ain't mad. I don't want to hear no 3-0 for nobody because it wasn't 3-0. I seen a lot of DNA 3-0s in the chat. I can't be listening to that caffeine chat. Turn that shit sideways. I always just peeping that bitch just to see what people talking about. I seen like 4 DNA 3-0s. I'm like, come on, I ain't really watching it if y'all think that. Cause I think Sick got that second and his first was crazy. He could have got that third, but I think DNA had just more. He had more shit to it, man. He had more. It's wrong as long as we have more shit in that third. 2-1. DNA. Great battle. I have to go smoke and watch the next battle. Hit that like, hit that sub button, comment something. Fuck with me. I'm really gonna get into the YouTube shit. I be bullshitting a lot. I'm gonna really get into the YouTube for the battle rap. Man. Fuck with me. Good.